silence, where stars whisper secrets untold. A rift tears through the astral veil, and sanity reigns, its grip unfolds. Cultists chanting shadowed halls, their voices a hymn to chaos unbound. They conjure up forbidden falls, to summon the fallen, lost and unfound. Unfound. Oh, astral winds carry up free across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. Across fractured plains, reality trembles, mountains weep, rivers twist in desperate prayer. The sun blinks, uncertain of its emblem, as eldritch horrors crawl from the lair. Their forms twisted and malefic, born of nightmares and forgotten dread. They drift through astral currents, a beacon for those who seek madness instead. Oh, astral winds carry our free across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. Every bone. In forgotten temples and cursed groves, heroes gather, there is all unyielding, to chase the ripples of reality's coves and confront the abyss, both fearsome and appealing. Oh, astral winds carry our free across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. As the final verse echoes the starlit skies and death trembles on the lips of all, the abyssal maw opens galaxies within, ready to consume all those who stall. Yet whispers of valor and unity persist in the eminent astral reckoning. Perhaps hope shall win.
Alright, welcome in everyone. We are here live tonight with session number 44 of Echoes of the Fallen Ascendant. We are going to dive straight into it and get this group hopefully well on their way to recovery. It looks like we're still waiting on a couple, but they should be joining us shortly. We're going to start with our recap. So, thanks for hanging out. If you're hanging out, we'll see you at the end.
I'm not ready.
I am.
Let there be chaos.
Alright. Hello?
Good
Hello.
evening.
Hello. Lucy's coming. He said he was trying not to fall going upstairs.
Yeah, don't do that.
But I said,
Alright. Well, we'll go ahead and kick it off with the session recap. We are in session 44 today, but we will read session 43's recap, because that seems like the intelligent thing to do. So, alright, here we go. Session 43 began on Ianari the 19th, 4254 PFH at 2:45 p.m. As Kiana looked around the room, the group slowly began to adjust to the reality presented before them. Amelia tried to question Kiana about the tongue, but she wasn't having it. And that's when Lyra began preparations by digging through her backpack. Kiana wasn't having any of that either, and combat immediately began. As Kiana's mortal shell was broken down during the first few rounds, she decided to shed her flesh and be reborn as the Mouth of Erethnol, a massive, six-limbed monstrosity with fangs as long as sabers. The creature let loose a series of powerful psychic litanies, and one by one, the group fell under its weight. Though the battle was fierce, bloody, and full of slaughter, it was unsuccessful. Even bringing the creature to its bloodied state twice, Canis, Dench, Amelia, and Payne all fell beneath the power of the mouth. That's when Lyra decided that she had had enough, and she fled, leaving her comrades behind to be consumed by the newly born monstrosity. Lyra eventually made it to the surface and then back to the ship, where she had Dorian fly her to Willow Hollow. Once they arrived, she asked Cornelius for a contingent of guardsmen, raised dead scrolls, and/or the ability to cast them, and the urgency of leaving immediately. Cornelius gathered 50 guardsmen, High Priestess Rosebloom, and Ilara, plus himself, to accompany her back to the coordinates. When they arrived, the guard contingent scouted ahead and found nothing. The place was empty, save for the soft voice calling out for Amelia from a previously abandoned hallway. After entering the ritual chamber, they noted the corpses of the eviscerated heroes. The mouth was gone. Its cultists were gone. The bodies and what treasure they could carry were loaded back on the ship, and they made once more for Willow Hollow. During the trip, all 4 deceased members were brought back by Rosebloom and Ilara. Late into the night, Cornelius handed over the treasure to Lyra. Excuse me, it was not late into the night. It's actually like mid-afternoon, but it seemed like it was late into the night. Late into the flight, Cornelius handed over the treasure to Lyra, as well as a black leather tome, Kiana's spellbook. She thanked him, and they continued their journey for the Emerald Tower. So, okay. XP. Roleplay. It was a little bit of roleplay at the end, and that's kind of what netted you guys this. That was 125. Unfortunately, you guys did not succeed at that combat. So you all earned 15 experience each for the failed combat, because you killed a couple of the cultists. And your skill checks were 75. So last session was worth 215 XP each. Okay, so session 44. We begin on Ianari the 20th, 4254 PFH, so the next day, at 3:15 p.m. There are still 2 hours left in the flight back to Willow Hollow, because it took 4 hours for the raised deads. The raised deads and, I guess, recuperations, the in-between time. So there's 2 hours back to Willow Hollow, and so you should arrive there about 5 p.m. Lyra, at this point, I know I maybe briefly mentioned it last time, but I put it on your token. You do have a level of exhaustion. You've been up for far more than 24 hours now.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions before we kick it off? Okay, cool. All right, before we get into the actual, sausage and grits, meat and potatoes, we should all take a moment and say happy birthday to Lucy, because in South Africa, it is technically his birthday, though in the Americas it is not. Actually, it was his birthday about an hour ago in South Africa. So happy birthday, Lucy.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Lizzie.
birthday.
Gaining more and more levels.
I'm glad you didn't fall up the stairs.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. All right. Okay, friends, let's kick it off. So, Lyra, Cornelius has just kind of left you to your own devices after giving you the tome. Ilara and High Priestess Rosebloom have kind of left to the room where everybody is exhausted and kind of resting, and they're just kind of very quietly whispering amongst themselves. What are you doing?
She's so not wanting to disturb people, knowing Dench is resting, assuming Amelia probably is. I know Payne is at least pretending to sleep. She'd go over to Canis's cot and is he sleeping?
Wait, my cable fell out. He'd be awake but lying down.
Okay. So she'd sit on the cot next to him, and she'd open a book in her lap, and with her right hand she'd be writing, but her left hand would be on Canis. And she's just going to be watching the rest of the room. At one point, whatever she was writing, she rips a page out of her book and crumples it and throws it to the side.
What book is she writing?
Her journal.
Oh, she has a journal.
Um, yeah, so she'd be watching just to make sure, like, she's kind of watching over the other three, making sure that if anybody looks like they need anything or if they're having a hard time, then she'll be there.
They're not. Everybody's sleeping. I mean, they don't really have a choice at this point. Being down at that -4 bracket is like the most extreme version of resurrection sickness.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, we could probably brevity the rest of the trip then, because that's what she'd be doing, is just kind of watching over them, making sure that they're good. It's probably not worth it for her to even try to sleep at this point. So.
Okay. Yeah, if you go to sleep at this point, right? If you go to sleep right now, you're gonna fuck up your whole schedule. So,
Right.
Okay. So you guys continue onward and make for Willow Hollow. Again, it's only about 2 hours. Actually, it was even less than that. You arrive right around 5 p.m. Where are you having him land or take you guys?
I guess I'd probably talk with Cornelius first and like this one. Do you want us to go near the Emerald Tower again so the soldiers can offload quickly, or does it matter?
Mm, the soldiers are not all stationed at the Emerald Tower. We can land wherever you need to. I mean, your group is welcome at the Emerald Tower, but don't think you're doing anything for me.
If it's okay, I assume we're all going to want to talk about what happened, and would be convening with you. So
You want to do that right now in their state? Most of them still have open wounds and entrails hanging out of them.
no, we absolutely do not have to.
I mean, you can rest there if you want, or if you have someone more comfortable, by all means. You do whatever you have to do. Lyra, you realize he's kind of short.
Okay. I'm not going to make them walk far, so we'll just land near the Emerald Tower. Perhaps, well, if where we landed before is pretty close to my parents' house, right? I'm not going to bring all of them there though. Yeah, we'll go near the Emerald Tower.
Okay. You guys do not have to be in these rooms. This is just where I had you prior set up in case it was a TPK. It's where you would have woken up. So you just put yourselves wherever you want. So 5 o'clock rolls around, give or take. You guys land. The guards leave. Rosebloom and Ilara leave. Dorian kind of kicks back and just kind of starts taking a look at things, making sure that the guards didn't fuck anything up, break anything while they were on, just giving it a good once over. What are the 5 of you then doing?
I want to confirm that this is them disconnecting and not me.
No, it's you.
It's you. We could hear you, we just can't see you anymore.
No, I can see him. I can
Oh,
still
really?
see him.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't.
He's probably going to do that same thing where everybody cuts out and back in again eventually.
Possible.
You just left Discord and came back.
Okay, but what are you guys doing? Let's jump to that.
Yeah, so Lyra would help whoever, like, she'd probably try to help everybody off the ship into their rooms. Just trying to be attentive, really like channeling her dad in that way, like trying to be hospitable and helpful.
Okay, and is anybody protesting? Are you guys going to your rooms, or you guys have other plans? Like, it's your choice as well.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't protest. I mean, I don't think Dench would have the strength really to protest anyway. But yeah, he'll definitely take as much rest as he can for the moment.
Okay.
Can we sleep tonight and talk in the morning? Or do we need to go through everything now?
I think you all need to rest.
I don't think
As
I
much
have
as
a
you can.
mind to go through everything right now anyway.
You need to too. It's important.
Yep.
Sorry, a slight detail. Amelia she's focused like fully on Lyra, very obviously exhausted and bleeding, etc. But she does not look towards the sky like at all when they're outside. Just focused on Lyra.
I'll rest too, but I I won't be able to till I know you guys are set. So let me just do that first.
Oh,
I think we're
let's-
in a safe place, so you should rest as well.
Cornelius would kind of interject at that point. He would say, all of the same protections still lie within the Emerald Tower for your group. Success or failure, you are all alive. And to be honest with you at this point, that's all that really matters to me, as you've all become a very, very heavily invested group as far as our government is concerned. So you're welcome to utilize the bath. You're welcome to eat and drink. We can even have food or drink brought to your room if you'd like. I will send for my apothecaries, and we will make healing draughts for all of you to help speed up this process, so you can rest well, and obviously you have our protection, so you can sleep soundly.
Thank you, Cornelius.
I appreciate that.
Do you all want to go straight to resting, or do you want to take a bath first?
Sleep would be sleep first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys... I'm sorry, I just realized I had the Astro Mother soundtrack still going. I was like, why the fuck does it sound like cogs and wheels in Willow Hollow? There's Willow Hollow. So you guys go inside of the Emerald Tower, kind of get situated in your rooms. Lyra, are you gonna go to sleep too, or no?
Yeah, she will. I imagine it's not the best sleep she's ever gotten, but
Okay.
yeah, she's gonna sleep.
Okay. So we'll say for a slight sake of brevity, it's gonna be, we'll call it like a really long sleep, really long rest, because that, I mean, you guys just went through the shit. You got here at 5, get settled in, we'll say it's like 6:30 by the time you're really ready to go, and then you're not even really allowed to sleep until about 8, because you have apothecaries who, and alchemists who keep coming into the room. They're tending to your dressings, no magic whatsoever. They're using exclusive, like, drinks and salves and ointments. But before you go to bed, you guys are all at 75% of whatever your hit point base is. And with that, the pain is at least gone enough to actually get a good deep sleep. By the time you wake up in the morning, you all have full hit point. So, resting for the evening and going into tomorrow. Pain. As you drift off to sleep, different from the last few times that you've had visions, where you were actually in the midst of praying, but as you go into this deep sleep, your vision begins to darken around you. Darkness. Deep beneath the world. A single vein of very recognizable black adamantine glitters beneath centuries of pressure. And then the voice returns.
Purpose is not found upon the surface, but under it.
The ore then rests next to the unseen forge, and the forge still sleeps. You all awake in the morning? Let me just make sure I don't have any other creepy shit for anybody while they're sleeping. No. So,
Did you say we wake up with full health?
full
After all
health.
this?
Correct, yeah, because you went to bed with 75% of whatever your base is, and then you wake up. And for those of you who leveled, save for Dench, if you're still planning on taking that thing that we talked about, everybody has fully leveled up. All skills and abilities are active and ready to go. Okay, what?
Sorry, we regain half of our hit dice, correct?
1/2 of your hit dice, yes. But
Perfect.
all of your hit points.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I may have actually marked some of you as having 6. For those of you who burned through them, I may have marked you as having 6. No, you know what? I did, because I know that you guys are going to rest at least another night, so you can just mark it at full. We're going to just eat that bit up. You're fine. That's why I think I had set everyone to their max.
No tavern brawls.
No, I mean, hey, do
No
you.
promises.
Burn the fucking city to the ground for all I care. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Okay. So, you all awake in the morning. Payne and Amelia specifically, like, as you kind of come to kind of sit up and start to get yourselves ready for the day, like, yes, even though you're tired, like, shit still has to get done. You both instinctively reach for your gear, you know, to grab shit, put shit on, and both of you stop and realize a holy symbol's gone.
Is my shield still around?
It is not with you.
Okay.
Okay, you all awaken.
I think Dench probably would go to the bathhouse first and foremost to clean himself up.
Yeah, I think Lyra would too, because she's still
That's not.
she's covered blood from the fountain too.
No, but you found the bakery. That's the first time I think anyone's ever opened that door.
Hey. Yeah, I think Dench like in probably like a day's stupor probably would like stumble into that room. I'm like, what the fuck is? No,
Just sweet
no,
rolls
that's
and
not-
bread and.
Oh shit, that looks delicious. Okay, no, I'm not gonna say. Oh hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Is Canis there too? Oh yeah, I do see Canis. Hey,
Pain
Blend into
would
the
have
background.
Pain would have swung by the table, but yeah, bath would probably be high priority too.
You cut out.
I
Oh,
heard deaf.
he'd definitely be walking into the bathhouse with like a sweet roll in his hands and
Yeah, as you like pop in to grab a sweet roll, Cornelius kind of sitting at the edge of the table and smiling at you, and he's just like, "Yeah, bath is probably in order. Yes, sweet rolls as well. Enjoy,
thank you. We'll speak shortly.
of course."
Yeah, when we like bump into each other in the hallway, there's like just like exactly what you got. Oh, hi. And then Lyra just kind of looking at the floor, beelines for the bathhouse.
Hope you got plenty of rest.
Yeah. How are you? Are you feeling better?
I feel great now, honestly, thanks to all those apothecaries that came in last night.
Good. How about you, Canis?
I feel like shit, but it's not as bad as it could be.
By the way, for those of you who are affected by the resurrection sickness, you do wake up feeling a little bit better. Your guys' current total is -3.
Is that basically like? No, actually, no. Level 3 of exhaustion is a lot worse than this, right?
So yeah, yes, it is. But right now you suffer -3 to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
All of the everything. How's the roll, Pain?
A lot better than I am.
So you guys, as you guys are getting in, because everyone was still like horrifically bloody and grimy, and like just crusted, gross blood and dirt. As you guys get in and start to kind of stew, you notice the water elemental in the corner kind of like sinks into the pool and just kind of does like a slow rotation, like a very slow, gentle whirlpool, and you see the dirty, like bloody water going down a drain, and you see it kind of like the one that's outside of the pool reaching one of its tendrils into the water to regenerate the one that's being pulled out. You see it's trying to keep the water clean from all of your fucking grime.
Sorry,
That's better
friends.
than last
we're
time.
The rough morning for you guys. Thank you.
Amelia will quietly just translate into primordial for them. And just a tiny note, with the realization of the lack of holy symbol, she would have just kind of closed her eyes, sighed, muttered to herself, sorry, storm and shadow, and then she would have left basically all of her gear in her room, whatever was still there. So it's just literal clothes on her back.
Got it. Okay, you guys are free to bathe at your leisure. Cornelius is not here, sorry, I'll take him off the screen.
Oh, thank you. You want to join us, Cornelius?
Yep.
You guys are free to rest if you still need to. I'd like to go pay my father the 750 gold, since that was time sensitive. You're welcome to come with too, but
I think it would be good to get up and stretch my legs a little bit more. So I'll keep you company if you want. The one
sir.
other thing, though, I can't find my amulet of Morden, and I don't know how difficult that's going to be to find a replacement. It'd be nice if somebody might have just have it somewhere, but probably not, huh?
when you say that your holy symbol's missing, her eyes, like, she was kind of looking around at you guys, and she like gazes down into the water. Yes, unfortunately, I think that happened after. I'm not sure where we could get you another one, but we'll find one for you as quickly as possible.
Oh, so it happened like after we died. See, I told you guys I was gonna die.
Yeah.
So, and Amelia cuts in, which is a little unusual. I'm sorry. You said the ledger first, then we will talk to Cornelius and head out again.
After we replace some things,
What about breakfast?
Oh yeah, I'm starving.
we'll make sure you eat.
That's going to be part of talking with Cornelius, I'm sure.
I thought it was going
Lyra?
to be part of going to my dad's house.
It can be both.
Possibly.
Lyra, what happened there was not your fault. And there is nothing there that you could have done differently to change what happened.
We will get you another holy symbol and a new shield. Unfortunately, I have your shield, but I don't know if you're going to want to use it. The symbol on it was, I don't know if it counts as desecrated, but the creature did not like it. And Dench, I tried to get the twins to you during combat, but I fumbled it, and one of the goons there took it and threw it into a fountain. And I tried to find it, but I don't know if I was too exhausted or if I don't know. I couldn't find it, but we're gonna go back and I'll try to find them. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, well, yeah, we do still need to go back there and address Amelia's mother. So when we're there, we can search for the things that we're missing. We can search for the holy symbols. We can search for the twins. Whatever else we need to look for there. It's okay. It's okay. I was wondering what that was, to be honest. A little crazy there.
Yeah. And also, Amelia's mom. I don't know what she is or what we should expect. When I heard her voice. In my head, though. She was calling out to Amelia.
we know these things like messing with our heads. It, as I said before, whatever we find, even if it wears her face, that's not, it's not her. And that's all. That's that.
When it comes time to do what we need to do, Amelia, perhaps it should be not you who has to do it.
I had that thought as well.
Being as how you've, what you've had to do earlier.
Being as I killed my father.
Well, not to be so blunt about it. Yeah.
Why? There's no sense in hiding from it. And there's no sense in hesitating or trying to make that delicate. It's not going to be. We need to make sure that what needs to be done is done.
Okay.
What else do we need to do while we're here? And what are our next steps?
Well, we need to get you and Payne some armor.
Or
That's
repaired.
Or repaired, yeah, sure. It looked like
There's-
it was kind of drippy last time I saw it, so I don't know if it can be repaired.
Yeah.
There's-
No professional at that, but between repair or new or scrap, whatever. But yeah.
We did receive some things. There was a chest there, and her spell book, Kiana's, and there are quite a few spells in there that could be useful to us. So, okay, so we have quite a bit of gold now, which I spent a lot of without asking you guys. Raised deads are not cheap.
You did what needed to be done.
A single person here that will both thank you for it or blame you for it.
What? Yeah. It's a lot better being alive than dead, whatever the cost.
So, we, from her chest, there was 110 platinum pieces, 1,200 gold, 5,000 silver, 800 copper. She's like, it's like she's got this all memorized, just reciting it to you guys. There was some finely cut rubies. We could see how much those are worth. It looked just like the one in her necklace. There's a small potion I haven't identified yet. But her spell book, I do think. Okay. So for the raised dead scrolls, they're only charging us for 3 of them. Amelia, the temple wanted to take care of yours because of your affiliation. So it's 3,420 gold for that. We'll still have quite a bit left. We'll be able to afford to pay Dorian. We'll be able to afford the 750 gold to my father. I would like to copy some of those spells over if possible, but that's not cheap.
Do we have enough to get the magic writing ink things?
Yes, and since they're not scrolls and it's a spell book, actually, it doesn't utilize the formula one time. It can get copied multiple times, so I'd be able to sell the spell book to the school, which would offset the cost of copying them as well as net us some coin.
Great.
Can you make scrolls from them?
No, those are from memory, which I would need to have in my spell book in order to be able to do. But the good news is that if I buy the components to do so from the school, it will be discounted since I'm an alumni. So a couple hundred gold cheaper than what it should be.
Then we'll do that.
How long does that take you to copy all of that?
It takes it'll take me about the spells that I think would be useful, which if you want to hear I can go through them. But about 34 hours. So I figure while you guys are recuperating, that's what I could be doing.
With time for you to sleep, of course, and rest in between that, right?
Yes, yes. Mhm.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah.
The only thing I'd add is if we can pay off the rest of the ledger so we don't
we
have
have
to
the
worry
money.
about it, I think we should.
I agree. If we have the money, and if we have enough to afford, our training and Dorian at the same time, yeah, I would agree 100%, Bane.
Yeah, and
That's
if I
certainly
need to
good.
sit out to not be trained so that we can afford to have you guys trained, I don't mind not training to fly a ship.
Payne,
I
I
need-
think of all of us, you're probably the one that should get training.
I was worried
I'm
you were going
probably
to
the
say that.
probably the one least capable of learning most.
Um, if I remember correctly, the one who's flying or the ones who have that skill need to be the ones with magic.
higher
Yes.
intellect. It's really higher intellect that matters.
I'm right out on both counts on that one. I think all I can do is shoot things good.
Anybody can fly it. Spellcasters, it comes a little more naturally, but anybody can. So
I don't want to fly that thing. Scares the hell out of me.
I do intend to learn. My concern is I think we should have a backup in case something happens to me, so you guys don't get stranded
agree.
somewhere.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
I know we can't afford it now, but I had the thought that we should talk to Dorian and see if he'd be willing to continue as a with a what's the word, a retainer fee. I don't think we could afford paying him daily, but
I think we so in order to be able to fly the ship, you have to sacrifice part of your ability to attune to items, and that's what we're paying for. So I think it would be the same cost regardless, because he'd have to stay attuned to it in order to be able to just jump on if something were to happen to me.
I see.
Which I'm not opposed to. It's all of our money. It's 20 gold a day for him. I expected it to be more than double that when we first started. So
did I, to be honest. Yeah.
but we have to make sure we are making money.
We should, if we're gonna, I don't know if this has already been discussed. If we're gonna spend some time kind of recuperating, what if maybe we should just kind of give Dorian a little bit of advance, because he's been working for free and we haven't given him a penny,
He's been. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
him
especially if we're
Give
going
him
to
a
be
night on the town.
Right. I was thinking the same thing. Give him some spending money for when we're here in town and settle up, maybe half now and half when we get
Yeah.
him back home or whatever. Pay him up to what we owe him today.
What do we owe him up to today?
Oh boy.
I'll give you an exact number. Give me
Yeah.
one moment.
Yeah, while we're paying people, we might as well get it out of the way.
As of
Right.
today, you owe him 220 gold.
Okay.
And I think after everything is paid, if we did the ledger all the way, I think we'd be around 1,200 gold. So
Feels like a no-brainer to me then.
and we still have
You saying after we pay Dorian what he's owed today, right?
we'd
and
be
then
at about 1,000, a little bit less than 1,000 once we pay him.
okay.
And we still have the rubies to get identified. I kind of want to identify them to make sure they're not more beacons.
Yeah.
That would be
Good
smart.
idea.
I was thinking about doing that with the spell book as well before I sell it to students.
You're not selling it to
smart, too.
students. You're selling it to the college, like.
Students will be
Officials.
utilizing it to learn, though.
Yeah. Okay.
We saw the headmaster. He'll definitely be giving it to students.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
And another thing, it might be worth seeing if we can get either more holy water or powdered silver.
Well, yeah, we do have probably a hefty shopping list we need to arrange while we're in town, aside from just all the regular armor and armaments and such.
We should re-up on potions too if we can, but we don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to right now, I think.
I think buying the holy water, if we want it, is a better way to go than buying the materials and making it. The something about the how much we get from buying it and how much we get from making it didn't seem to work out properly. So let's buy it.
Fine by me.
Okay.
How long do we think we're going to be in town?
I would suggest 2 days to kind of get ourselves at least, halfway there, and then maybe head back to the coordinates, finish our business there, and then we have some time to at least not be as destroyed as we currently are. So 2 days, I think.
That sounds fine to me.
I agree, but my concern is, they said Amelia's mother was eating, so to say, quote unquote, in the letters. However, now there's no one to feed her, so we don't know what could be happening there.
Well,
He's gonna be grumpy.
she was locked behind that door. We still have the key. It seemed to be effective unless you're right, Canis, and she was content and didn't try to get out. I feel like if she does get out and starts terrorizing, we'll probably be the first to know. And I really don't want to have... I want to make sure you guys will be okay.
All you want to just remember
It, not her. That's not whatever's in there. That's not my mom.
It.
Most likely undead, don't you think? Was that mouth thing undead-ish, Amelia?
No.
Do you know?
No, that was what I know with how my smite and stuff worked. What that was.
it gotta be good.
I have in my notes what it was, but
So you would know that it was either undead or fiendish. Those are the only two possibilities for your smite having extra oomph
okay.
and really igniting it.
It might have been. I don't entirely know how to explain it, but when I hit it, it was the way it seemed to react. It was either
Three down below
a
you, too.
fiend or undead.
You think it would be safe to assume that if that one was the mouth and there was a big tongue on the door, that that would be the tongue that she was speaking of, and it could be fiend or undead then also? Most likely? Probably?
That's why I think the holy water would help. I
It's not a bad idea.
hadn't thought of it maybe being a fiend, but either way, it's wrong.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to... Where are we going to get armor?
Probably
Think
from the
there's
armorer in town.
Yeah, there's plenty of places around town you could probably search, I think.
I know when we've looked before, we had trouble finding what was needed.
That's true.
I can wear lighter armor. I know what I'm used to is not cheap.
So, just to interject, when you guys were here the last time you guys were like looking for armor, you had gone to Shoresight Arms, and there were lots of leathers, and then there was a selection. I mean, there were metals, but the more prominent metals that you saw there were actually mithril. And he, if I'm not mistaken, he even told you guys he actually specializes in the mithril work or lighter leathers. But there was other metal, just not a lot of it. So now, mind you, it's been like 5 weeks since you guys have visited him, so who knows what's going on. But that would be the place. There, the general store. Which, good luck at the general store. It's going to be really slim pickings. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot else in this town. They're not, that's not really how they operate.
Well, leather's better than nothing if it comes down to it.
Maybe it'll have those jackal armors we jested about.
And your magic, Lyra. I felt that, watched it keep at least a couple of those bites away.
Would it work the same or better than leather?
You know your magic better than I do, but I know I'm not nearly as quick on my feet as Dench is.
Okay. Okay, well, we just need to make sure that we have what we need, so you guys are safe.
If you said you had my shield?
Yeah, it's in my room.
Then it's fortunate that there is a church nearby.
I assumed you'd want to. I was going to encourage you to go see Laura. She was obviously shaken at seeing you.
He desperately wanted to bring you back earlier.
And I apologize. I made her wait. I wanted to try to contribute. And Payne, I'm sorry. I was in a rush to get everybody back, and didn't think about the fact that I could only really contribute to one ritual at a time. So I had you and Canis come back at the same time, and I'm very glad you're here. But I didn't get to contribute to yours this time. I'm also out of hammers, to be fair.
Oh, you can have my your
no,
hammer back.
No, I was trying to make a joke.
Oh,
Hammer, dwarf, Morden, some contribute. Yeah, I'm here. You know, I mean, I appreciate the thought, but Morden, he didn't want to see me anyway, so he was like, "Get the heck back down there and get to work, you
Was
lazy
he
dwarf." And
mad at you?
well, it wasn't a friendly pat on the head. It was more like, you know, when you run out the door, but your dad gets that last kick in and catches you in the cheek. Yeah, it was one of them.
yeah.
You better get back to it.
Did all of you see something when you died? I didn't see anything when I died or hear anything.
I've been seeing a lot recently.
Is it too early to
Yes.
ask about that? I didn't think about it. I'm sorry. You don't have to answer.
Well, it might be an awkward conversation for the bathtub, but we'll get around to it.
I think I talked about what I saw with you, Lyra. Yeah, I saw something too.
So did I.
Yeah, death will do that to you. And then he focuses on the washing portion of the bath and kind of hums a little song to himself. Stinky spots, pits, and crotch.
I think Lyra will be done. she's gonna she's gonna just like get up and excuse herself. And Dench, when you said that, when you told her that, she kind of nodded and her eyes like back into the water. All right, I'm gonna go get changed, and you should all eat more for sure. And then we can head over to my dad's house.
Do you?
First, we should probably talk to Cornelius, but yes, we should.
Oh, he's in the breakfast, dinner, dining
Yeah.
room.
Okay.
Would you mind if I followed? You said you have.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, so Lyra and Amelia, you head back to Amelia's room, and Lyra, you're gonna show her the shield. Okay.
Canis is coming with, because he always follows.
Okay. I'm just gonna put this in all players' inventories or thing, just because I know eventually it'll be seen. So, Lyra goes in. Amelia, she kind of turns a blanket over, and you see the backside of your shield, and you can see, like, even on the backside, there are like burn marks that have gone all the way through the metal and the wood. And when she turns it over and presents it to you, this is what you see. Very recognizable as the unholy symbol of Aerith Newell, burnt into your shield with caustic blood.
She just. There's an intake of breath, just very sharp.
And without even needing to roll for it, by the way, it is completely 100% unusable and defiled. Let me back that up. The shield is still capable of being used. As the holy symbol portion of it, absolutely not. This is desecration.
I'm not wielding that crap.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you have to. My point is, it is still a utilizable shield, but it is not a divine, whatchamacallit, focus.
To answer your earlier question, yes, that was the right word to use.
I'm sorry.
They are evil. I'm not entirely sure how to fix this, though. So that's something I will ask at the church.
You want me to carry it for now?
No, I can take it. It's a little unwieldy at times. And she kind of, like, her eyes flick between, like, the top of the shield and, like, the brim of Lyra's hat and the height comparison there.
I know that when we were there, they tried very hard to keep the people calm. Would it be better to tell them about it than to bring this in and have the people see it?
I'm going to wrap it. The blankets I used last night were they're already going to need a cleaning. If there's evil that would follow this, I don't want to bring it here.
I don't think you want to bring it into the church where Alara is. They can handle it here. I don't even think you should be carrying it. That's just from a logical standpoint. I don't know the religious side of things, but I do know that when something is broken, you shouldn't try to use it.
I couldn't use this. The metal, I think, is still in one piece, but whatever you think is best with this. I've made more than a few decisions and without thinking it through, and I think your logic's probably better here.
We made that one as a group.
She nods, but the look says, that one.
I don't disagree. All right, well, let's get you guys all fed and fill in Cornelius and do the next thing.
It might be worth asking him if he has a safe place for this.
I was thinking that too.
I've had nightmares related to the mouth, even before we saw it. If this thing can go in dreams, you probably don't want to be sleeping near it.
You dreamt about that thing?
Not it directly, but yeah. A while ago, when that singing started, I knew.
Anything else?
Nothing good.
That's not what I asked.
I thought that it was just related to losing my tongue. I dreamed of this big hall with a ceiling that disappeared into shadow. There were these figures. They were very pale, had these big hoods in they stood in like tears, and they were that song that we heard. Did you hear it? When the mouth.
I heard the song right when that thing came out. It was everybody, not just Amelia.
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
When what song started?
The chorus.
Oh, yeah, it was a litany being chanted literally in every single language all of you know at the same exact time.
Okay.
It was horrific.
Yeah, I am
I was
still-
dead.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you got pretty fucking one-rounded, didn't you? Sorry. Hey, you avoided the litany.
I'm still hearing it. So yes, I know what you're talking about.
Even in my dream, I knew that I was hearing it not really with my ears. And then these tongues, these long, impossible tongues, from the hoods, they and she struggles with words for a second, and there's definitely a look of just disgust. Went towards me, and I couldn't pray. My own tongue was heavy, felt useless, like the weight of chains, but everything, not just physical. And then I woke up.
Okay. If you have anything else in the future, it's okay to share with us. I think we'd prefer that you do, even if it feels silly. I think that withholding is not the best idea.
Lyra, make a, really quick, Lyra, make an Arcana check for me.
Oh, cool. We're doing this again.
Okay, disregard. Enjoy your conversation.
I thought it was just a nightmare. I didn't think much more of it.
Right. I'm
And-
not saying you did anything wrong, Amelia, to be clear. I'm saying that just let us help.
I need to. You're right. But what do you want to do with that? Then, gesturing back towards the horrific shield.
She will have turned it away from you during the conversation. I think we should just tell see if I think you're right. See if Cornelius has somewhere safe we can keep it, and we'll also have to fill the rest of the group in later about your nightmare and the shield and all that. But for now, you need to eat and rest, and we'll talk to Cornelius and go from there.
That
Feel
was.
we all need to eat and talk.
To be clear, though, that was probably 2 weeks ago, and I had it twice, but
well, one of
then
the
so
faces
much
of my
else happened.
Right. That's fine. If anything happens from now moving forward, and that's for all of us, and that's why I think it's a full group conversation. We just have to make sure we're sharing.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's pause right there because you guys just had a pretty long chat. Payne and Dench, you enter the main hall, the food hall, with Cornelius. Cornelius is sitting there. As you both kind of come in, he goes, "Oh, You are both looking very well. Glad to see the tinctures did their jobs. Gentlemen, are you hungry? Kind of motions to the table.
Oh, thank you, Cornelius. Yes, starved actually, and I am feeling better. Thank you to your apothecaries and all your people. You did an amazing job. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for
Yes,
us.
they did. I agree. Thank you.
There's truly no need to thank me. I am merely ensuring that my investments pay off. That does not mean that I don't care for your group and what you've done, but to be clear, at this point, I need you to understand that I would do anything that I could in my power for your entire group, for the success of what is before you, quite frankly. Because at this point, well, he kind of looks at the door. I shouldn't say too much until everyone's here, but I think this is much bigger than all of us. Even me.
I agree.
Even Mistress Rosanna.
I couldn't agree more, sir. Yeah, it's getting daunting now, to say the least.
Quite.
Yes. Okay, well, you're welcome. Please eat as much as you want. And if we need more of anything, give the command and we will move forward. Actually, Dench, since you're here, I thought you may be interested to know, Lucas Thornell, the boy from the Thornell estate that you rescued.
Yeah.
He's been preliminarily accepted into the Magi Academia. It may sound strange, and just bear with me as far as this is concerned, but they have a program for orphans who show an aptitude in the arcane arts, and we were not entirely sure what to do with him because we couldn't just give him the estate back at his age. But we noted that he had sparks of energy within and around him, so we took him to the academy. They tested him, and they accepted him. He was able to perform a cantrip. So he's going to have a house for at least the next 8 years.
Oh, that's fantastic news. And I mean, I know he didn't have a tongue when we returned him, and that hasn't hindered him at all.
We regenerated it.
You did.
We did.
You can regenerate it.
Well, you're asking just as far as the future is concerned. Yes, we did not have the components or the capability at the time, but we called it in from some of our allies in the nearby groves, and it can be regenerated.
Oh, my God, that's even better news.
Well,
Thank you. Wow.
To be honest, we wouldn't have known any of that if it weren't for you, and he points to Payne, you and the lot of you for saving him. I mean, this has truly come full circle, so thank you for giving him a second chance. His entire lineage a second chance. It stopped at him.
Well, I wish we were able to save them all, but unfortunately, it was only him that we were able to save from that house, and I'm deeply sorry for that, to him specifically.
Yes, of course, but
Isn't anything we could have done more. I mean, we didn't even know what we could have done for him. It was just, well, let's try. And I mean, we didn't really have the opportunity to try anything with the other ones.
true.
Knowing what we know now, we would have been able to save them all, I'm sure.
Hindsight is 20/20, my friend.
Right. Yeah.
And more than that, you saved one boy and saved an entire bloodline.
He said it a lot better than I did, Dench. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, he did. You both said it well. So, okay, so the Cornell estate, like, what happens? Does it just kind of go into, sorry, Thornail Estate? Does that just kind of go into Holden for a time until he becomes of age?
So technically that is what would happen, yes. We are currently in discussions with the council, the Emerald Tower Council, as to how to approach it, because we feel that because of the desecration there, it should be sanctified before anything is done with it, period. Unfortunately, because he is so young, it will take a lot of resources to man it, which is our obligation, until he comes of age. But because he belongs to the Magi Academia, we were thinking about maybe talking to the headmasters there and seeing if they wanted to utilize it as a secondary site, an off-site location for practicing of certain magics. We're working some things out right now, but it has been guarded 24/7 since you last saw it, so it's being taken care of. And when he's old enough, it's all his.
That's fantastic. That's great.
It's the best possible outcome, truly.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Oh, that's a giant weight off my shoulders.
Good.
Finally got a win. I feel like we haven't gotten a whole lot of those lately.
Yes, I have felt the pressure on my own shoulders, especially after my failures with Kiana, but he kind of taps his fingers, and you see he goes to this goblet, which you both smell. It just stinks of red wine, and he takes a large gulp, puts it down. About this time would be when Lyra, Amelia, and Canis are coming through the door. Here for breakfast. Please, come in and join us.
While they're getting settled in, Cornelius, I lost or had stolen my Mordinian holy symbol.
Oh, he
I
kind
don't
of looks at your
imagine
neck.
anybody picked it up, but I'm guessing that they took it before you guys arrived. But is there somewhere I could get another one? I don't remember seeing a Mordinian temple around, or it's gonna be a challenge probably.
He stops and legit, ooh, that's a tough one. To be completely honest with you, Payne, I believe the nearest temple is in Dun Kaldur, which is just northwest of Willow Hollow on the outskirts of town. I'm almost positive they have a Moradinian temple there, just next to Lake Kaldur, coming down out of the northwestern mountains. That would be my best guess. We obviously don't have a temple here. As far as individuals I know who may just be carrying a spare, I don't. That's not my forte. I am so sorry.
I'll keep my eyes open.
On the off chance you can't find one, from what I understand, you could at least temporarily utilize spell component pouch. And if you need to find that, any of the temples could sell you generic components for your material components. I know it's not as close to home as you'd like, but if you need something in the interim, that's what I would suggest. And if you can't find any here, Dun Kaldur, for sure.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Sorry for my ignorance here, but is that not something that you can make on your own?
I'm not that kind of crafty. Maybe I could tinker one out of stone, but it'd probably take me a while, and it'd be a whole lot easier to just buy one. But if I'm sitting around for a couple days, maybe I'd have to put some thought into that.
If you need stone or chisels, I can have our masons provide you the materials if you'd like to create one of stone temporarily. Listen, Corellian Lytherian guide my hand. I know shit about theology, and I apologize. So I'm not sure how this works.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, excuse my ignorance. I have no idea how that works. So,
But if you need the materials, you just let me know.
Perhaps I'd better just ask that now. Do I think I could make one out of if I had what was it, a masonry toolkit and
So you could probably whittle something. You could probably attempt to whittle something. Yeah. I mean, well, whittle. It's not like you got a knife and soft wood, but you could probably try it. Is it common to see a stone Moradinian holy symbol? No. Is it unheard of? Absolutely not, because there are masons who follow Moradin and probably just carve their own shit. Yeah, so you could definitely try it, because you are proficient in mason tools, right?
yeah,
Or
I've got
what is it?
tools, mason tools.
Yeah,
Yep.
you could absolutely try that. 100%.
Yeah, so let's plan on me asking around and doing that on like one of the down days, or finish out a day and whatever.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Yeah, so Cornelius kind of nods. All right, well, that's that then. I'm curious to see how it turns out. He kind of glances down towards Amelia. Yes?
Apologies. On a similar note, it seems that they went to great pains to they well, they didn't take my shield, they did desecrate it.
They who?
I'm going to just say the cultists. I
Ah.
don't know who specifically, but
I just wanted to make sure. From what I understand, you have many enemies.
she
yeah,
just
I'll rack it up.
kind of nods. I'm going to see if if the church is able to help restore it, but I don't necessarily want to bring it there, and I don't want to necessarily leave it here in case it brings more evil. Do you know where I might be able to keep it for now?
We can bring it up to Kiana's old chambers and submerge it in holy water, like we did with the stones. It's about as best as I could do for you.
If the holy water is still holy, that would at
Oh,
least help.
we have a regular supply. We have priests who tend to the Emerald Tower. We create lots of holy water, and we began doing so, especially after Kiana told us or encouraged us or whatever she did. She gave us correct information about nullifying the effects of those fucking shards. Excuse my language.
Well, then, yes, that would be helpful, I think. Thank you.
Very well. Kind of looks around the room. So, anything for me at this point?
Well, so you said Kiana had cleared out her room, right? And she took.
She
all
did.
the-
She took the fragments. She took... Well, to be honest, all she really had was the fragments. It was strange, though. We've so many people here in this tower who are masters of intrigue and investigatory work, and she outmastered all of us. Every single one of us. Though we never suspected it. We never once assumed. I mean, the information she gave was so on point. I am so sorry.
The best way to hide a lie is to be honest, right? The more honest you are, the less deceitful you seem.
You're right, and I think she truly believed who she was at heart while here. And that tells me she was an absolute psychopath.
I can affirm. I can confirm that that's true.
She believed it? Or that she was a psychopath?
She's a psychopath.
Well, and we could also argue that maybe she was, being controlled by some other kind of demonic force of some sort. I don't know if we told you, but she did sacrifice herself, and she did turn into that tongue monster.
That's where I
So-
left the story off. Yeah.
She
Mouth monster.
what?
She turned.
Mouth monster, tongue, whatever. We caught her in the middle, or maybe the tail end of some kind of ritual, and after we had attacked her, she eventually, it was fucking gross. She cut her face off, basically, or cut her throat. She cut her face, and this monster emerged from inside of her, and she fell apart. Essentially, it was horrifying.
Did you happen to notice her eyes before that happened? Was she under the influence of the stones?
I don't believe they were red. Could I do like a history
I was
check or
gonna ask
memory
you.
check on that? one?
You can do, I guess it would technically be history. Yeah, go ahead and give me a history check. Anybody who's thinking back on it. She was equidistant to all of you during that whole time, so. Goddamn, Dench.
Dirty 20. I was teetering on a 1.
Dench was probably looking her in the eyes while he was aiming the arrow at her head.
I was fucking her up.
He knew.
She was very close to not being able to do what she needed to do.
Just one more shot. I feel like if I could have actually successfully kicked that cultist out of the way, I probably would have gotten her.
Mine didn't
Honestly,
come across.
probably.
It
What
was
is
a
it?
9, but it
A
didn't
9?
come across,
Okay,
just
so
we know
that's,
it's doing
yeah.
it again.
So 9, 9, and 8 is fail. 17 and 20 is a success. Dench, you 100% remember she did not have anything going on with her eyes. Payne, you're pretty positive there was nothing going on with her eyes. Everybody else, you were not paying attention to her eyes because you were just focused on the shit that was going down.
I was running.
Yeah, I had her locked down pretty well with my bow, and she did not. She looked exactly the same as I remember. Nothing, no crazy red eyes, nothing like that.
I
Just-
agree.
Just crazy eyes, really. Just normal, crazy eyes.
She wanted my blood, and then when she had this black knife, and she said something about us giving her enough blood and the tongue awakening and the mouth being born, and it was
Wait,
just
whoa. Back up. Why the hell did she want your blood? What purpose
been-
did that serve?
It's been a minute
I've-
since we talked
I've-
to you.
Yeah, I fully believe also that she was just taunting us, just trying to get us to fight her so she could. Well, she said she had enough blood, and we did fight our way through there. So maybe it was just the fact that we killed, murdered, and maimed our way to get to her. I don't know.
I mean, it
don't
would
know,
make
but
sense considering Aerith Null's the god of blood and slaughter, but she called Amelia out specifically, or
Yes.
maybe it was just a show of force, like I'm going to get the good one in the room to give me blood to complete my thing anyways, and fuck you. Sorry, excuse my language.
It's all possible, but I think it has something to do with some new knowledge we have about Amelia, which is she is part of some kind of. She is clearly fighting an eye roll prophecy.
What?
We
That's what I
found
said. Yeah.
this out. We all kind of said it, but there's been a lot, Cornelius. Let me back up.
Hold on. There are terrible, terrible, terrible forces at work against all of us right now. Is this information I absolutely need? Because if I am compromised, they will take it from my mind. He pats a leather tome in front of him. I remember everything.
Lyra,
Perhaps maybe we shouldn't give too much of that information then.
As he says that, as Lyra starts to tell him something and he says, I don't want to know, because basically exactly what her dad said, Lyra will, there's like a look that goes across her face, and then she's sort of deadpan. No, maybe you're right. You shouldn't. It would answer your question, but I don't think that question needs to be answered.
Then I accept your answer of my question not being answered, and I thank you. I am going to, in the days coming, reach out to my contacts here on Trinity. I'm going to have them reach out to... It's going to sound crazy, but it's not too crazy considering you're flying around on a dark space vessel, to a couple of other planes of existence. Because I am going to attempt to trace the actual trajectory of Kiana arriving from the Underdark, as she told us, to here. Maybe that can glean us some insight about what is happening behind the scenes on that end, and may give you leads for the future. It's going to take me a little while. I've messages to send, and that process works a little bit slower when we are dealing with the planes, but I will get you an answer as soon as I can. I'll get you information as soon as I can.
Morlin, he's
There you go.
off plane at the moment.
No, he's not.
He's back.
He's waiting for you in the Temple of Celestian. He came here while you were sleeping, and I shooed him off.
Oh, is that stabby angel face?
Stabby angel face. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Oh, that's...
Sorry. I shouldn't have
That's
said
rich.
Did he say anything?
Can I be completely honest with you?
I would prefer it.
It was a whole lot of mumbo-jumbo about rights to enter, and I told him his theology has no right entering my establishment, which is the entirety of the government of Willowhollow, and he walked away and accepted that. But he was looking for you specifically.
All right. Thank you.
Sounds like we have another stop to make.
I should maybe warn you, as he was very particular and very detailed in everything that he said. Every syllable seemed like it had a purpose. He was looking for you particularly, but he referred to you as Amelia the Starless.
Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome. And I'm sorry. I think.
I don't need to see the stars to know that they're there.
Eat. Canis, you've not said much. I know there's something going on in that little head of yours. I mean, no insult, by the way. Physically, you have a quarter-sized skull than all of us.
No, I'm just listening. A lot of the information I didn't get because I didn't see most of it happen. Yana took me out right away.
I'm sorry for that. I am sorry for all of your deaths. I know we may have spoken about it briefly before I employed you, before Mistress Rosanna employed you, but there was another group before you that we had investigating all of this. They didn't even make it through their first mission. The entire group gone, wiped off the face of Trinity. I mean, literally, no corpses were recovered.
I actually had forgotten that. What was their first mission?
The Thornell estate.
and they disappeared.
Gone. Bloodstains. Bloodstains from what we understand, as you recovered no corpses yourselves. There was no bodies along the trails,
Oh,
no nothing. So, you've done great, honestly, all of you, and I will continue to support you as long as I possibly can.
You've done so much for us, and I appreciate that, Cornelius.
To be fair, I really wish I could do more. But we have a town to run, a city, really, to run, and we have things to do, and we have to make sure that our people are not fearful for the end of existence because of whatever is happening in the multiverse. If I may call it that.
I had a thought.
I don't know.
If you're tracing Kiana from where she teleported or transferred to our plane, do you think they kind of did something similar to get out of the we keep calling it the beacon location, but their fort there, because I guess they left, but I don't really know where they went.
Possibly. Again, I have to make contact with my contacts to attempt to trace her, because when she arrived, she had actually come through Gilb, and then essentially walked or rode or flew or however she got to Willow Hollow, meaning she arrived through a planar gate. As far as the entities leaving the coordinate site, I have no clue. I have absolutely no idea. If you've any way to... Oh, sorry, please.
So there wasn't any evidence of any kind of, I don't know, from your soldiers from the troops who came in. There wasn't any evidence of any footprints on the outside.
No, nothing. Except from the front door, to and from. Multiple footsteps. Some of them were yours. There was also, they said that there was a set of horse footprints that came from the east, kind of circled around a few times, and then vanished.
Yeah, that was ours.
Besides that, nothing. But if you do plan on going back there at some point, you are free to do whatever you need to do with it. Please report back to me, however, once you are done, because I will send a contingent of soldiers to salt the earth, purify the land, and bury it underneath itself.
Yeah, we do need to return there. There is a matter that still needs to be taken care of in one of the locked rooms that I believe was...
Ah, yes, with the key. We had we had
the
found
gross
that
tongue key. Yeah.
we did not want to open that door. So
did you hear anything? Did your men hear anything while they were there as well in their minds?
He kind of glanced out of the corner of his eye at Amelia. We did. Many of us did. I was able to resist it, but my men... There were many reports that there was an entity or something. We don't know what it was. It could have been some sort of magic trick. But it was definitely calling for Amelia. And it would say things... He kind of flips his tome open. Amelia, my girl. Amelia, my sweet. Amelia, just different lengths of the moaning.
You really do write everything down, don't you?
These are all the reports from my men. I have to file them
Oh.
with human resources on floor 7.
Well, you're very good at your job.
Thank you.
Now that we've ruined breakfast with this disgusting conversation, are we good? Should we start doing the walking around and visiting all the parents and the paladins? And I might look for a nice stone.
If you all are ready, I would like to get going on things, please.
All right. Well, with that, then I suppose take something for the road if you need to, and if you need to rest over the next couple of days, see to it. Amelia will take your shield. I'll have my priests come take your shield and submerge it in holy water on the 6th floor.
It's in the room.
Oh.
Or this.
In Lyra's, yes. Then we will take care of it.
They should, or you should probably know, it has a it has its sigil, its unholy symbol across the front, just so they're prepared.
They are priests. I will let them know, and I'm sure they will enter as prepared as any. Thank you.
Lyra will look up for the first time in a while at Cornelius and just say, "Thank you."
Thank you, all of you, for even answering Mistress Rosanna's call in the first place. I know that this journey so far has been a non-stop shit show, but you are all part of something much bigger than any of us sitting at this table even realize. I truly believe that. Go tend to your affairs. Come see me if you need me.
Lyra will grab a roll off the table. She actually hasn't eaten. She just grabs a roll and stands.
As we're kind of exiting the room, Dench will kind of get Lyra's attention for a moment. Kind of like place a hand on her shoulder. Lyra, I think we have, I don't know if you heard anything before you came in, but we have great news about Lucas Thornell.
What?
He's the child that we saved from the Thornell estate. He's well, I guess he's doing fantastically. He's up at the college. He's learning magic now. They managed to regrow his tongue.
That's great, Tench. That's amazing news.
Yeah. I was afraid that everything that happened to him, he wouldn't be able to recover, but he's doing great.
Well, you did that.
I think we all did that. Yeah.
That was you. That was you. That's good. That's great.
Yeah. I don't know if you're planning on going to the college anytime soon, but I would like to maybe join you and see if I could, say hi to him.
And my stuff is
Is it?
refreshing. It's
Oh.
pretty weird. Kicked me out. Yeah,
Right.
of course. Yes. I think that would be great for him too.
Yeah.
That's such good news.
Yeah. Like I said to Cornelius, we finally got ourselves a little win.
She just kind of she's like smiling and it's sincere. Maybe kind of sad, but still sincere.
Okay.
Let's go do our things then.
So, as a collective, you guys leave the Emerald Tower. Where, who, what, when, where, why are you doing first?
I think we're going. Lyra wants to go to her house to pay her dad. Everybody's head's nodding.
I think so.
Okay, so
Okay,
you guys go up.
if it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Okay, give me one second.
As they're walking there, are you guys sure you want to pay the whole thing? We don't have to do that. I can just send.
We're paying it.
We got the money. Why not?
Must.
Okay, so these are not your current HPs. Do not worry about it. This is an arbitrary moment in time.
No fighting, Papa. No kneecapping pain. That was your intention last time.
All right, so you guys travel north for, probably a good 12 minutes. It's still pretty early in the morning, but being that it's winter, everything's moving a little bit slower. And it is fucking cold, by the way, in Willow Hollow. Now that you guys are back here and outside, you realize that, like, the leaves on the trees, which are typically really vibrant for most of the late fall, because it is now, like, essentially deep winter, they have actually browned up and began to curl. The tips of the trees are pretty much all that remains green. The flowers have kind of died down. It's beginning to look a lot like winter. And that's that. So, you guys approach the house. It's a crisp morning, probably about 55 degrees. Fahrenheit, Lucy, settle down. He's like, oh shit, so we all burst into flames?
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, no, it's not that hot. Okay, so yeah, you guys arrive at the house. What you see is what you get.
All right. As she approaches the door, Lyra's gonna wipe her feet.
Okay. And you open the door, and inside, kind of like from this area, you can hear kind of like a...
Son of a biscuit.
Pain wipes his feet.
I think from here,
Same.
Lyra will actually call out. I'm here. Sorry, I didn't send a message. I was low on resources.
Ah!
Yeah, there he goes.
And then you hear... And then around the corner, holding what appears to be like a very rudimentary flintlock shotgun, is Pop Pop as he swings around the corner.
Ah! Oh! Lily! Dench! You and... Canis, hey... Why would you... Why would you, why? I mean, no, it's good to see you, Lily. Come here.
And he kind of... Over to you, and with shotgun in hand, kind of swings around. Very, 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 bad. The man does not know how to hold a firearm. He was kind of like aiming and, hoping to shoot something if it was like an intruder. So yeah, the muzzle discipline is just absolutely terrible. He just turns and it swings around like all of you, kind of like head to neck level, and then he kind of swings it down and holds onto you.
Oh, Lily, it's good to see you.
Kind of come over and like maybe nudge it down to the ground a little bit.
Yeah. He doesn't even notice. He just accepts it. Boop. It's back down.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't send a message. I didn't have the resources to, and we were already here.
You didn't? Oh, well, no, that's okay. Oh, shit.
And that's the first time you guys have heard him like straight up cuss, like big time cuss, since you've known him. And he goes,
I didn't even have breakfast ready. I finished my breakfast and it's sitting on the table cold because I had things to do. I can't feed you and your friends, Lily.
Oh, we've already eaten, sir.
It's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh.
We're just here for you this time.
Okay.
Am I under arrest? And he swings the shotgun around again.
Very funny. No.
By the way, his trigger discipline, terrible. It's been in the grip the entire time, ready to fucking go.
May I ask, what is this weapon you have here?
Boomstick. Well, half a boomstick. I needed the pipes for another contraption I was working on, so I just sawed the ends off of this one, and it he kind of like spins it around in his hand, and it's just like, you know.
Is that loaded? Is that loaded, sir? Is that? I'm just curious. Is that loaded?
Yeah. No, I don't even know how to make ammunition for it. It's a toy, essentially, and he kind of, like, holds it up to you, like, butt end first.
Okay.
And as you look at it, it's literally, like, it's convincing, but it is completely inoperable. It doesn't even have anywhere to load the ammunition. It's just, like, very well welded together.
Oh, okay. I see. Very, very well made.
Thank you.
Well, we knew it was time sensitive, so we wanted to come and we wanted to pay back the full amount that we had taken out on the ledger.
What? Lily, you've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You've still got 11 days. It's not time sensitive. It's fine. Those big bullies. Okay, sure. Well, so the 750 then. We're gonna pay back half so that the interest gets. Am I allowed to talk about this in front of
You're
your
the
friends?
one that put the restriction on
I didn't put any restriction on it. I'm asking you, am I supposed to talk about this in front of your friends? This is family business.
it. Oh, okay. There's usually fruit on the table if you guys want to go in the dining room. She'll
But
point to-
we all know about the debt because it's our debt. Just pay
Pain,
them all
Pain,
off and
Pain.
be done with. Oh, what? Oh, is this one of
Let's-
those times where I'm not supposed to be
let's-
talking?
Payne, let's go in the dining room.
I just
Yeah,
ate
come on,
breakfast.
let's-
But
Hey.
okay.
We don't have to eat anything.
Payne, now.
Right.
Well, it's most of the family's business, apparently.
He follows you into the room.
Okay, she'll close the door.
Enos.
We
I'm
just
opening
I'm
the
here.
curtains though.
they all wanted to just pay it off completely because we're able to.
Oh. Well, that would be fine by me. I mean, the ledger is, you came and asked me for it, so of course, if you need it, yeah, you can take it with you if you'd like to. I just need to, look, you understand, I just have to make the interest payments.
I wanted to give you the money, but I also wanted to say that I'm sorry I put you in that position. I realize how much of a risk that was. I didn't at the time, but after our last conversation, I realized how much of a risk that was for you. So
Lily, sweetie, stop it. You couldn't have known. Mom and Pop, we keep our finances quiet. When Grandpapa passed, he actually had savings. He had some sort of account that paid for all of your schooling. So we lived pretty fat for quite a while because everything was paid for by him. And then when you were graduating at the top of your class, at the Magi Academia, they took care of a lot more of it. So our costs were very low, and Mom makes lots and lots of money. The problem is we have a very nice estate compared to most of the people who live around here, and it takes a good deal of money to finance that. But once we're out of debt, once we've paid the mortgage off completely to those people in the sky, everything will be good, because then we own the property, and it will be ours forever.
am I allowed to know how much that is?
No, because you come to me with so many problems that I am confident you have enough to worry about. All I need is your promise that you will come back and one day teach me how to fly your ship.
Well, that was already in the plan.
Well, then we have nothing else to discuss. If you'd like to, you can in the chest in my study.
Okay, yeah. And she'll she hesitates for a second, and then she'll give him a little hug, and then go in the study and put the 1,500 into his chest.
Okay. As you do that, though, he does stop you, like, as you kind of, like, pull away from the hug, and he turns and he kind of taps you on the shoulder with a book, and he holds it out to you, and it's the family ledger. I just need the interest payments. Do you need it? Okay. Mine. And he turns around and he walks back to the bedside table, and he whoops, that's you, not him, sorry.
That's me.
Ew. And he kind of puts it inside the table and pushes the drawer closed. So you can go ahead and remove. Are you just gonna remove it from gold? I would assume.
Yeah, I'll just remove it from where's the chest?
That point is moot. Just in the
Okay,
back.
she goes in and goes to the chest and does the thing. Okay, I'm gonna remove it right now.
All right. So you dump 1,500 like straight up raw gold in, and for you guys, I will let you see this.
I love it.
That ledger note card has been around, I kid you not, for like 35 sessions. And your debt has been paid. Okay. So, Lyra, you dump the money in, you come back out, and you see Finnick, your dad, Pop, is sitting on the couch with his legs dangling.
Oh, your friends are eating. You can come sit with me if you want. Somebody said that they were not hungry, but...
He's always hungry.
I was gonna say, I think it was the dwarf. I think that was total bullshit.
I don't think he's had his second or third breakfast yet, so.
Oh. Do you need to go tell them that family business and family time is done? Or...
Sit here for an extra second, maybe.
Alright.
Kind of just kicks his feet.
Have you made anything interesting lately? Outside of what you were just very scarily wielding?
No, that's about it. Since I gave the Tinker Twins away, I figured I would make something fun. Unfortunately, I'm not really good at the shell portion of explosives, so I made one that wasn't real, but looked really real. And I think Dench bought it until I proved it wasn't.
When he says the Tinker Twins, she'll flinch. I don't know how high his
He doesn't see shit.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was an interesting thing. That gun. Well, we're gonna be. We have some more stuff that we have to do, but I'm gonna try to do better about keeping in touch while we're out.
You told me that the last time, and I hadn't heard from you since.
Only been a couple days.
Well, you have lots of magic, so you graduated at the top of your class. I thought, the least you could do was stay in touch with me. Or Mom. That's fine. Has it been Mom instead of me?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'll do better.
Okie dokie. And he jumps off the couch in a very awkward, very almost Lyra-like fashion, and kind of over to the door, knocks on the door, which is awkward, and then opens it.
Hello, friends. Have you gotten everything you needed to eat?
Yes, I believe so. Thank you.
Well, we're done. So I don't want to hold you up any more than you have to be held up. You're free to eat. You're free to do whatever you need to here. If you need to take a rest, there's a couch, beautiful couch over here, or the kitchen if you need to chop something.
Your home is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You should open the curtains more and let some sunlight in.
Absolutely not.
Oh. Fair.
Why do you still have the curtains closed?
Because sunlight poisons the upholstery, Lily.
Oh.
And the upholstery is very expensive.
And he kind of leans down and whispers in Gnomish.
And because I knew the tax payment was coming, I wanted to make sure we were preserving things for Mom so she wouldn't catch on.
Got it. I need to grab something out of my room really fast.
Oh, yep, of course, Lily. The
Trying to
room is
grab
yours. The room is hers. It's not my room. I don't go in there. Well, sometimes I do. But I don't dig through her things. I don't look through her personal belongings. I just like to walk around sometimes inside.
I'm gonna grab one of my blank journals.
Would Dench
Okay.
have heard anything about the shotgun shells or like the packing of the shells at all?
As far as like the crafting portion of him is concerned?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like? You mean when he mentioned it?
When he mentioned it, would I have been able to hear any of that?
Got it. Go ahead.
I don't remember if they're in the other room or in the living room here.
They were. Your passive perception's not terrible. I'll tell you what. Because your passive perception's not terrible, give me an actual perception check with a -3.
Okay, so that's
Holy shit!
19. Yeah.
Man, Dench has been bound and determined to succeed today. Yeah, so
When it matters, I guess. Or when
right?
it doesn't particularly matter, I should say.
So yeah, from the other room, you would have heard exactly what went down. He mentions the shells and not really understanding how to make them work, so he just made the gun look as real as he could without functionality.
Knowing that, is that something that Dench knows how to do?
Ooh.
Or
You
has
tell
he- or
me,
have
because
I
I believe
only-
I think you were a pistolier corpsman, right? Like you were, well, it's kind of the same.
Just kind of wondering what the level of technology here is. If like they do cartridges or if it's all just kind of powder. You know?
No. It's not all powder. It's not all powder. There, cartridges is the majority. So where like Payne's understanding of firearms is powder, your understanding of firearms is cartridges, but rudimentary cartridges. So it would be a similar build, but maybe a little bit bigger. I guess I'd give you. I mean, you're a fucking gunslinger. I would say that you probably understand like how the cartridges work for a shotgun. Yeah.
All right. All that being the case, Dench would approach Finnick. Sir, I'm sorry. I'll admit I did overhear a little bit of conversation regarding the shells. Your concern with packing the shells and loading the shells and such.
Oh, well, yes, it's, there's, I don't understand the ratio. It's more alchemy to me, and I hate science in that form. It just, if you don't get this right and that right and the saltpeter and the ground up blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden, poof, you blow half the wall off and you have to explain that to your wife. Ooh, it's rough. It's rough. So I figured it would be easier to just use the forge to make something pretend.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I have had a couple friends who blew off a couple fingers trying to, perfect their own wares and all. But I mean, I have come in contact with cartridges in my time, in my experience. Wonder if perhaps I could help you, figure out the equation.
Oh. That,
if you'd be willing for me to help, if you'd like me to help.
Yeah. He kind of turns around and looks at Lyra. Are you staying for a while? Are you going to be in town for a little bit? Can we
for
work?
At least 2 days.
She'll nod.
Yeah.
Well, he starts to spit like math verbiage to you about like grams to ounces divided by X algorithm to equal impact of this amount of lead, and he kind of looks at you like, okay, so we if we can make the division work, then the entire algorithm will just kind of like fold into place, and we can fill the shell.
He's more of a hands-on.
Yeah.
Oh, hands-on.
Yeah. So far as like all the maths and the sciences are concerned, yeah, that part was a little bit lost on me. But I do know at least the process of, putting it all together, and I have, kind of measured things out by my heart for the most part, if that makes sense.
Wonderful! Hands-on! He reaches into the room and grabs Dench's hand, like holds his hand, and pulls him out of his chair. Like, well, attempts to anyways. He's not very strong.
He's itty bitty, and
Yeah,
he's pretty big. So just like kind of like I imagine just like a little bit of a tug.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go along with it.
Yeah, it's like a toddler trying to take dad for a walk, right? You're like, okay, where are we going? So he starts to drag you, and he goes, "Do you want to see the workshop? Here, no. If you know everything by heart, let's go to the workshop. Lily."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh.
He just says bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna help your dad.
Okay, okay. She looks at Canis.
I think he just stole Dench to make bullets.
I think he did.
Are they going to be okay?
Well, Dench is.
Probably.
He said
Be
blow off
laughing.
half a wall. Should we let a healer know?
That was a failure. This won't be a failure.
Okay.
Then just as he walked past Lyra, he kind of gave her like it's fine, and he also kind of had like the expression of like, like two dudes kind of like talking about their favorite hobbies, so he was excited.
Yeah, and Lyra's face would have been like a genuine smile as you guys were walking by at seeing the excitement and Dench going with it. She's just like, yeah.
Yeah, and pretty much everybody is confident that if Finnick was like, 6'2", it would have been more of like a shoulder clasp, like, hey, come and see the study, instead of like a grab my hand and walk me. But, he's 3'4", so. All right.
So it sounds like they're going to be busy for a little bit. Should we, I don't know, head to the temple?
Lyra,
Yeah,
I
you want-
think that's mostly
Yeah,
up to you. Do you want to spend some time at home?
Yeah, actually.
Then that answers that.
You can go.
I think when we go, if you're okay with it, I'd like to go together.
I think staying together is a good idea. Unless you guys are opposed to going to the temple.
I'm not opposed to going to the temple. However, I know that once my father gets in this zone, it's a while before he gets out of it. If you want me to come with for some reason to the temple, I can.
She makes sure that her voice is low. Not that she ever has a particularly loud voice. There might be questions that need to be asked that I might not think about. Your logic,
It's in the middle of
I think, would be helpful.
Okay, that's fine. They'll still be here. 1 second.
We can go later. We can just rest.
It could be a
Maybe.
while. She's gonna poke her head in to the workshop. Dench, did you have a strong desire to go to the temple?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. All right, enjoy yourselves. Please be careful. Please be.
Pop spins around, by the way. He's already got his blast goggles down, and he has 2 shotgun shells empty in his hand, and in his teeth he's got like a small paper cartridge that he's biting, and he goes, all right, Lily, give me, I need as much time as you can give me, okay?
We now know that Cornelius can generate body parts, so...
Oh, boy. You two have fun. Have very careful fun. I'm gonna go to the temple.
Okay, I would say have fun.
You
Normally.
would. All right. So she'll go out with them, and we can go to the temple.
Amelia, did you close those curtains?
You
heard what he said about upholstery.
You're no fun. By the way, I opened the living room one.
Pain.
I saw that. I just didn't want to interact with it.
All right, so while that is...
Deserves it.
Sorry. While that is happening, Dench, I need you to make... What? Why are you saying?
I
Oh.
was just about to
No. Take your AFK. We'll come back to it. I'm gonna get these. Are you good?
I'm good right now. Yeah.
Okay. So really quick. So as you are teaching him kind of like the process of the shotgun shell creation, and this is gonna help us kind of expedite that. This is gonna be a weird one. This is gonna be an intelligence check, Tinker Tools, which I believe you are proficient with, and he has a set of. He allows you to use them, so you are going to roll an intelligence check. I need an intelligence check plus your proficiency modifier, because that's the proficiency bonus from Tinker's Tools.
So that's just going to be +4. So I'm just going to do that on the roller here.
Okay.
Oh, well, I guess +1. Because I'm still -3.
Oh, shit, that's right. Yep, it is -3. Yeah, so it's +1.
Okay,
That's
continue.
not bad. That's actually still pretty good. Okay, so the next one is going to be a dexterity check with Tinker's Tools, which will be at a -3, whatever your dex is, -3. But I think your dex is high.
Yeah, I got a high dex, so that's
So it's perfect.
effectively a +6, so it's a +3 then.
+3. Okay, got it. Because that included your proficiency. Oh my god, look at you. Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, before we come back here, not only do you remember, not necessarily, you don't remember it as a formula. He tries to conceptualize it as a formula. You remember the way things feel in weight. So, as he is handing you these empty shells, which are very well made, you're able to put the components that he has laid out into it in the right order, including the right weight slug at the end of it before you guys heat it up and melt it down. The dexterity check was to make sure that you are actually pouring the correct amount as you're going. And when we get back to you, you guys will have successfully created. Roll a d6, please.
Okay. Ugh.
That's going to be with a +1. We'll give it 2 slugs. So, because I don't think it's going to take that long. And it's, pretty intense thing. So, you guys will have created 2 slugs, though. There's still technically no shotgun to fire it because he made a fake shotgun because he gave up on the damn slugs. However, there are 2 made.
Now this will give him the inspiration to make a shotgun.
100% correct. Okay, now we'll jump over to Temple.
Yeah.
Okay, so Temple folks. Okay, so just for the sake of it, what temple are you going to?
We're going to.
I don't know. The Erythnulian? We're going to
Oh,
Temple
God.
of Celestian.
Boy, I like this paladin.
We were just at the Erythnulian Temple. Did you? Oh, right.
Yeah, I got a holy symbol and everything from them.
Went to the Temple of Erythnul and all I got was this lousy desecrated holy symbol.
I was going to say that.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm going to jump you. Alright. So, you arrive at the Temple of Celestian. You see the guards outside. Dench is just here, by the way, as a placeholder so that he can see when he gets back.
What time of
And
day is
as
it?
oh, good question. Give me 1 second. So you awoke at 8. It is currently 9:04, so that's 2 hours plus the walk is 15. Plus the walk here, we'll say it was another 30, 45. So it's probably about 10, 15. 10, 15. And, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask if they were likely to be in the middle of a...
No,
Okay.
not at this point. Actually, hang on. Let me check the day of the week. Give me a second. That does matter. No, not on a Wednesday. Definitely not on a Wednesday. All right. So as you guys are walking, though, if you have anything that you need to discuss, do so. I'm going to use the bathroom very quickly. I'll be right back.
Amelia, what kind of questions do you think you need me for?
I don't know.
And that's why we need you.
Yeah. I just, I don't know if maybe I should have asked different questions in Holden Glen, or if her asked really more questions.
Well, Payne, you and Dench were there for that, weren't you? What questions did she ask?
We weren't
No.
allowed to accompany her beyond the, I'll say, temple floor. I didn't get the greatest feeling from Maul, but pretty much me and Dench got sent outside, and Amelia went down to handle things.
They weren't. It wasn't appropriate for them to be in the place of judgment.
Okay. Okay. Well,
And
fine.
again, keeping the voice down so we don't freak out any passerbys. I saw I saw him before we were brought back, and I just I don't know a lot of what's going on with the convergence and with a lot of it, but I do know that I need to trust in you all as part of the constellation, I guess. I know that sounds a little extra religious, sorry, but the point is, I need to trust in you all, because you see a lot more than I do. And you tend to help me not make stupid decisions. So,
Well, I will do my best.
just before we go in there, his name is Morlin, not Stabby Angel Face or anything like that. I can confidently say that we should at least be polite. Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Morlin. Got it.
Right.
Also, I'm a little scared.
Scared of what?
That I'm making the wrong decisions and people are getting hurt. That I don't know how to even describe it, but
Well, here's the thing. If you made bad decisions, then this is the place for you, not for me to get a holy symbol, but for you to get back on the right path. If you think you're not on it, this is the place to start again.
he asked if I had kept my oath.
Who?
The Watcher, Celestian,
Did
when
he?
before we came back.
Oh, that's what you saw.
Have you
Do you-
kept your oath?
I've tried. And if not, if we don't finish some of what we started, not if we let her and it's and the rest of all of that continue, but I'm trying.
I think that's what most of us can do. I mean, it's not like we're doing a great job, any of us. It's been, I mean, we're hardly the thing of heroes. People might talk of us, but this has been one shit show so far. We're all just trying. So,
My oath wasn't about being a hero. I wanted to help people and do better than the cruelty that was happening.
That's fine. I'm sure Celestian understands and knows. He did, well, choose you as Sentinel and give you signs. And you did say he spoke to you.
Amelia, the only advice I have for you is to listen closely to what you're told and follow it as best as you can.
And don't stop making choices. You made yours, some of them sucked, some of them we all made together and they still sucked. But don't stop doing that. I'm sure Celestian would tell you the same. And if he doesn't, then he's wrong. I could say that.
I think Payne would laugh.
Agree to disagree on part of what you said, at least, I think.
Yeah, you will.
But, no, I realized that even if... I realize that the thing that I think that I've been screwing up the most is not, sorry, Lyra, not continuing to have faith.
Don't apologize to me for having faith.
I know it's not as logical as you'd like, but it's the one thing that I've always known. And not seeing the stars or feeling it or any of that, it's been hard. And this would have obviously been as they were walking.
Yeah, I think we're about
yeah,
there
and
now.
as you guys are getting very close to it now. Like you can see the crest of it in the distance.
Well, we should probably get going before Celestian gets impatient. I was gonna say smite me, but honestly, whatever.
That's one thing. All things happen in their right time.
I'll get smited eventually is the point.
Oh, probably, but not for being late.
Lyra would let Amelia lead the way into the temple. She's absolutely not going in first.
Okay.
What is the reception when we get closer?
Give me one moment.
Congrats, you're under holy arrest.
Probably.
Put your fucking hands on the wall! No. So, as far as reception, you have never been received outside of the temple. These guards have always stood completely still, and they continue to do so.
Okay. Well, good news is that we haven't been barred from the church, so...
No, the door, and actually, the door is literally open.
She'll do her usual smile to them, her usual quiet prayer to herself as she kind of enters, and then
So as you
she will in fact enter.
Just giving you the people who are currently active right now. This is not including Ilara. Unfortunately, I just realized about 20 seconds ago that the only image I have of her is the one on the ship, which was a converted image, so I will not be showing that to you because she is not wearing those rags. Okay. So as you walk in, the temple, Amelia, and Canis and Payne and Lyra, is completely empty. I mean, literally void of anyone minus Ilara, who is right here, Rosebloom, who is right here, and Morlin the Everwatcher, who is standing right here. As you enter, Morlin kind of looks up his shield and mace out actively. But he slings his mace, seeing you walk in, and he pulls his shield off of his arms and sets it down next to the marble altar behind him, and kind of kicks one of his boots up against it to keep it solid. And he nods to you. He puts a hand out, gauntleted, and waves you forward.
She'll approach. Definitely,
Yeah.
she takes a look around and tries to remember if she's seen the place as empty before, but then focuses on them.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Amelia, give me an insight check, because you actually have a really decent passive insight.
Oh, yeah. Not when I've got a -3.
Yeah, not when you have to go talk to the principal. So you approach him, and he kind of looks over you again. I mean, as his image is black and full plate. It's crazy. Black is night, and the only thing shining through is the moon and the little specks of starlight that appear on the armor itself. His hair, stark white. His flesh, absolutely pale as all get up. Literally, like you are looking at starlight or a moon. And then those bright blue eyes that are glowing at you, even in the daylight of the cathedral you're in currently.
Hey, closest thing to starlight I've seen in nights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and interesting thing to note, even if that's how Amelia takes it, right, as far as the starlight, none of it is blackened out to her. It is all right there. So, he looks up at you. By the way, just so I'm clear, Kane is Lyra. Doing anything that I should note before I begin?
Just letting her lead for the moment.
Yeah,
I
just
think Canis-
Payne. Oh, go ahead, Canis.
I'll just quickly do mine. Canis is just kind of like watching what's going on. Standing. Well, we was going to stand next to Lyra, but Lyra's all the way back there, and it's too late, so he's here now.
Yep, and Payne would pretty much just be giving his full attention to the conversation, too.
Okay. So, Morlin, for the very first time in a long time that you have actually heard him speak, because you have only encountered him 2 other times, and once was a long time ago, he opens his mouth, and he looks at you, Amelia, and he sighs. But then he takes a deep breath in, and with all the confidence of the heavens, he says, Amelia, long have I toiled with the weight of your choices upon this journey. After learning of the defeat beneath the cultist hideout, I beseeched Celestian for guidance. And he spoke. You failed to endure the night. When the battle became unwinnable, which it did, you did not call the retreat. You did not place yourself between the darkness and those entrusted to you. You stubbornly stood your ground. And 4 lives were lost that day. Your oath, Amelia, is not poetry. It is not something spoken when convenient and forgotten when frightened. You! And he reaches out and pokes you literally above the breastbone. You wrote these words. You asked Celestian to witness them, and he did. Therefore, and his hands rest down by his side, by the will of the Lord of Stars, and my authority as Everwatcher, I hereby strip you of the title of Initiate of the Order of the Silver Star. You have not been declared an Oathbreaker by Celestian, Amelia. Not yet. But neither shall you walk beneath his stars as though nothing has happened along your journey. You will feel your way through the remainder of your trials in darkness, and perhaps there you will finally understand the weight of the oath that you, and he pokes you again, chose to bear. Honor it. Protect those placed in your path. Endure when others cannot, and bring justice where vengeance would be easier. Do these things, and perhaps you may yet find his light again. May the stars watch over you, Amelia, even if, for a time, you cannot see them. And he turns around and he picks his shield up and he walks towards the large moon that is hovering up in the air above the cathedral, kind of like flanking the altar. He raises his mace up into the air. There is a blast of white light, and as you guys kind of rear back, you kind of blink through it, and he's gone.
Lyra is making fists constantly, trying to suppress.
Ilara
Amelia.
and Rosebloom are weeping.
Amelia, for her part, is calm. She doesn't seem to have been shaken from it as much as it as she might have been.
I'm just gonna very slightly interject there, Amelia. As he vanishes from the room, the dread that was overwhelming you as far as the starless dread was concerned, it fades momentarily as he flashes out of existence. And then when the light subsides, I have actually changed your icon because you are now impacted by starless terror. The same thing applies as before, and anything potentially new will be revealed as it happens. But it is unadulterated, existential terror and absence of all things holy.
Okay, so I might need to amend my statement a little bit.
You can amend it. I should have said something before he vanished. I apologize.
Okay, so when he's speaking, she's giving him her full attention. She's taking it, accepting it, like listening to it. It's not just there's no ignoring there. She watches as he turns to, as he leaves, as the flash happens. When the light fades, she closes her eyes for a second. She takes a very, very shuddering breath. And then she just nods more to herself than anything else. And she just, like, she's trying to like say it to herself, kind of get herself the strength. She just kind of whispers the storm and shadow. Okay.
You just grab that.
And she opens her eyes again and looks to the others who you said are weeping?
They are weeping. Actually, Ilara has dropped to her knees at this point, and she is just beside herself.
There's Amelia's gonna go to her and like reach out a hand. If she's not looking up, then she'll put a hand on her shoulder. Just, there's no need there's no need to cry.
There is, Amelia. There is. You've broken your oath. So say it, the Everwatcher. Did he lie? Is that true? Did everything you gave, everything you put into that, to the Starfather, and
She just loses herself.
We faced an evil like I don't even have words to describe. Everything he said was true. We almost all of us fell. But I'm it's not done. He allowed me to come back. The gods allowed all of us to come back, which means that we can and we will still put a stop to this.
Yeah, because pretty much once you talk to him again, he'll
Don't-
ask you if you're ready to go in, and then we'll have to start the boss fight.
Don't cry for me or for what's happened. It's not over.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage, because this is somebody who, I mean, essentially co-raised you, but it will be with a -3.
I thought you were about to say with disadvantage. But I'll
Actually,
take my 18.
nope. You know what? It's going to be a straight roll, but we'll take the 21 because it was technically with disadvantage, but it was disadvantage because of Starless Terror, but it was advantage because it's Alara, and that would bring you to the 21 minus the 3, so that's 19. Wait,
So
21.
pretty damn good
wait,
for being
2019.
fucked in
Is
the
it
head.
18? 18. Okay, so not fucking bad, all things considered. So okay. God damn, you've got a really good persuasion.
Yeah, I'm charisma y theoretically.
Fair enough, usually. Okay. So as you're speaking to her, she almost borderline stops you, like as you're talking to her and saying, you know, don't cry for me, this is not over. She kind of puts her hand up, her elderly elven hand, and she puts it on your lips and she kind of pushes. And then she takes her left hand and she reaches up onto her neck and she pulls her holy symbol off. And she literally thrusts it into your hands and closes your hands around it. And she says, "May the stars guide your night and the sun brighten your day, my dear. Your mother would be proud of what you've done."
Oh, her eyes absolutely water there, and she blinks several times to keep from also breaking down.
You hear Alara say actually to you as that's happening, "There's no need to cry now. Not now." And you see her tears have dried up as well, by the way. You have pulled her off the ledge.
I'm going to turn my head and look to see how the other high priestess is doing.
She has stood up at this point and has kind of righted herself. She's kind of still dabbing her eyes, but she is watching this encounter and just composing herself because this is her temple. Pain, Lyra, Canis, anything in between any of this, by the way?
The only thing I noted it in the
No,
chat,
I
but
don't think so. None
when
from
Amelia
Canis in particular. He's just kind of like watching and listening because it is not his. It's not his house. It's not his religion. He doesn't know the rules or what promises Amelia made, so he can't say anything.
as far as Lyra's concerned, the only thing is she's been just clearly frustrated and emotional about what's happening, keeping her shit at bay with clenched fists. And then when Amelia said almost all of us died, Lyra's gaze goes to the floor.
Okay.
And Payne has something to say, but is not going to interrupt any conversations to say it.
Okay. Amelia, were you going to continue at that point, or was that... You tell me. You guide it. Because
yep.
Alara has just thrust. I mean, literally, she has just been like, "Yo, you are taking my holy symbol," and you would recognize it, by the way, as like her original holy symbol, like the one you grew up around. And the only reason you recognize it is because it's the normal Celestian crescent moon, but there are very tiny glowing sapphires that create the craters in the moon on top of it.
Okay. I think
that's one of them.
she is going to, like, she'll fold her hand around it and probably realistically around Alara's too. And just no tears, not now.
Well,
And she'll just nod and then would probably take a step back with the holy symbol at that point so she could move on to the next subject.
So as you do that, Amelia, so like Alara stands up with you and she kind of grabs you on the wrist and she pulls you back like towards her, and you make an insight check for me because you have a really good passive insight too. How the fuck you got some good passives?
I'm theoretically a people person.
Theoretically, but practically, let's see. Yeah, that's true. Practically, it's just your planning is not great. It's going to be a normal roll, but it's going to be at a -3 because of the resurrection sickness.
Nope. I'm overwhelmed.
11. Okay, so nothing really comes to mind as far as you're concerned, but as you are taking the holy symbol, her personal holy symbol from the old days, she pulls you back in as you're like, okay, no crying now. She pulls you into her and she whispers to you, Grishniak sends his regards.
Well, I'm really not happy with my insight roll right now. And that was like very, very quietly, so more than likely I'm the only one that could have heard that. Or probably Canis, but
Sorry,
like, it was meant for me.
hang on one second. Yeah, I got Kane has definitely heard it. I'm not gonna make you fucking roll with your passive perception. Payne, you can roll a perception check if you want to, if you're actively listening in on things that are being said. Lyra, I've already contacted her.
So So Lyra's gaze would shoot up from the floor over to Alara, and then she'd look down at Canis and look back at Alara.
Candace, give me 1 second. Payne, Canis, so Canis and Payne, I'm just gonna, sorry, you already know. So, Canis and Payne, you would pick up on, you would definitely hear what was being said, and then Canis, actually, Canis, I don't think you were there when she got on the ship. I think you were still gone until the next session. Payne, you would 100% with that perception check realize as you hear that and you look at Lyra and Lyra goes, oh fuck. Ilara arrived back on the ship with Amelia's holy symbol. She did not come back with her own holy symbol, and the one she just gave Amelia is not Amelia's holy symbol. Do with that what you will.
I think Lyra will take a couple steps forward. Amelia.
What?
Amelia.
What? 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 She like says it half toward Laura, but like turning towards Lyra as well. What? Uh, yeah.
Maybe take a step or two back, Amelia.
I admit it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It is very much not okay.
It's okay. All of you. It's all right. It's okay. Alara, priestess, Alara. Not to speak with too much concern, she says while still very much holding the holy symbol like against her chest. Where did you hear that name?
Amelia, my dear. It will give and take as it needs until the debt is repaid. This is a gift, and consider it as such. The next time it may not be.
So that was... Okay, that was something that I was hoping to talk to you, actually both of you, about.
No need. We've obviously been contacted, which is why I had the option to give it to you. Because you gave me yours when we left the ruins, and it returned mine to me as a reminder to you of your debt. She glances down at your hand.
See, there's... Okay, that's... See, none of you turns back to look at the party. We don't need to panic.
I think I should leave.
Logic. Lyra. We need, please.
Rosebloom kind of pipes in at this point, and she says, I think you need more than logic. I think you need a conversation with an entity that has marked one of your own. I truly think that. There is no compulsion in my mind. She glares down at Lyra. Feel free to detect magic in this sanctuary. I guarantee you will see none about me. That mark is important. And it will follow you, for good or ill, until the end of the universe. Repay
Or
the
until
debt.
she finishes till she repays her debt.
There is a debt, and we've been made very aware of it. This was a gift and a reminder. Future costs, gifts, whatever they may be, might not be as pleasant.
How can a debt owed to one who just lives with such evil always be valid?
Ilara grabs your hands again. It is not evil. That entity... There are things beyond your comprehension, dear. And she reaches up and she kind of taps you on the temple. There are things far beyond your comprehension that exist within the realms of our universe. They, and she points at Payne, Lyra, Canas, and then she points at the door because she knows there's one missing. They know the way. They know the inner workings, and you need to trust them. And this is only what we say from our experience, Amelia.
I do trust them, but this we're he takes people. He took you. How is that not evil?
It was wrong, but there were things happening deeper than that. And you see Rosebloom kind of stave herself, and Alara chimes in now. Amelia, we are bound by certain parameters to not speak everything that needs to be spoken. You are under the impression that this conversation that needs to be had will end in a fight or bloodshed. It does not. Please do it. It is not for me, or for you, or for any of them. It is for the greater good of existence. And she looks to Lyra pleadingly, and she kind of goes...
Lyra, who is still standing there, clenching and unclenching her fists, trying not to lose her shit, takes a deep breath. Amelia? Logic. If you're making me stay here, please apply it.
Amelia is going to try and focus through the terror and everything else, and she is going to try and gauge if Alara and Rosebloom are acting like themselves, or if there's... She's going to try and figure out what she can.
Yep, gotcha. Okay, go ahead and make an insight check for me at disadvantage because of Starless Terror and with a -3. Good luck.
I also wanted to make an insight check. She said for the greater good.
Okay, and what are you trying to insight, Canas? Because she's trying to insight very particular character qualities.
I'm trying to insight, like, do they actually mean, like, the greater good? Do they truly believe this, basically?
Okay, yeah. Canas, give me an insight check. Okay, so 15, 14, 13, so, okay, 12. 12's still not bad. And fucking Canas comes in for the win. Yeah, so the...
18.
Oh, 18. Oh, right, because, yeah, I forgot you died too. 18 still pretty good. So to be honest with you, 12 still not bad either. You know both of these people, Amelia. Everything they're saying seems very convincing. Like, it is not compulsory. Like, they're just feeding you bullshit. Like, it seems totally legit. Canas, as you're kind of reading into the way that they're acting, the way that they're behaving, the way that their intonations flow through their sentences, everything seems totally... They are 100% convinced in what they're saying. And not in a fanatic way, in a natural way. Because that's a very important distinction.
In that case, Canis will just kind of sit back with a sigh and go, unfortunately, they at least believe what they're saying, and it seems like them, from what I can see. If it is for this, what they say it is, I think it is worth doing, ultimately.
And we didn't maybe come here expecting all of this, but you have a path to start on for redemption, like I had talked to you about before. At least there's a path of redemption. And this debt, at least we can find out where to start with it because we had no clue before. And apparently, surprisingly, these two seem to know something. And he would turn towards Alara and Priestess Rosebloom and kind of, where should she start?
That is for you and it to decide. I don't know. That's from Alara, and Rosebloom says, I also have no idea how these things work or how this situation works. As far as the convening, the conjoining of you and it, she kind of leans in and whispers, Grishniak. She looks down at your hand, Amelia. And she doesn't say anything. She just makes faces like she wants to begin to speak and just does not.
It's
Is listening, I think Canis would say. Because he's not bound by anything.
It would appear there's a lot of oaths that have to be followed in this room.
but it's a place to start, and thank you for that. Thank you both and all for that. Would either of you be able to help me do you know anything about why my blood might be of significance?
Both of them, at this point, because they were kind of still kind of like borderline half crouched talking to you. One of them had stood up completely. That was High Priestess Rosebloom, but they both come to kind of like full attention, and they both look at you and kind of shake their heads. And Alara says, with your deduction from the order, that is all we are obligated and authorized to tell you about anything, Amelia. And they both kind of stand there. It's very professional now. They've kind of, you watch as they go to, you know, hands under aprons and head nods.
Huh.
Help in your party. Then you don't need to worry about it.
Right? I'm going to ask a couple of other questions. I don't
Otherwise,
expect you'll be able to say much. But if you can, please. There was an inquisition from Mount Celestia into the actions of Corin of Holdenglen that led to his sentence. Is there a way to confirm the legitimacy of that?
There was not an inquisition called from Mount Celestia to the actions of Corin of Holden Glen. This is High Priestess Rosebloom. There was documentation submitted to Mount Celestia to the Inquisitors. Those are two very different things, my dear. And the paperwork that came back with the evidentiary and divine scrying capabilities showed, yes, It was all appropriate and approved by the Inquisition. The Inquisition is summoned to the Prime Material only in cases of investigatory work. If the investigatory work has been done for the Inquisition, only reports need be submitted.
Can you have an inquisition after or after reports have been submitted?
I'm sorry, that was a lot of bip, 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 and I did not hear much of it. Can you please repeat that for me, but slower?
Can you do an inquisition after reports have already been submitted?
You can, but depending on the plane of existence, it could take many, many weeks. Like we told Amelia when she was here a couple of weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks ago. We could have summoned the Inquisition then, but it would have been a small cost, obviously, because there is travel from the Plana Gates, and it would have taken approximately 5 weeks from the time that she summoned the Inquisition.
Amelia, I didn't know. Why didn't we do that?
Because we didn't have the time. She needed to be in Holding Glen in less
But being
time
there,
than that.
I
being there could have.
didn't ask about the Inquisition for my father. This, especially in light of what's happened, I want to be very careful and say that I am not making an accusation or implying an accusation. I had asked about what could be done if there was
Which is just by
the thought of
Ki-
corruption within the
Captain or-
church.
Yes. I'm maybe misunderstanding the point here, but we had confirmed to you, and Roseboom looks at Alara, and Alara kind of nods. We had confirmed that you could have summoned the Inquisition to head to Holden Glen because you gave us the information about Brother Mail, correct? Is this what we're speaking of? We could have started that at any time.
Why didn't we summon them?
sending your bell.
The coin was needed elsewhere.
Would I pick up what she's putting down?
Lyra, your passive insight's high enough for her. Yeah, you would understand.
And she does not say it with even an ounce of blame. She says it like it's just
fact,
a fact.
right? Yep,
Yeah.
I figured.
Oh, Amelia. Oh, no.
Lyra, that coin would not have changed what happened in Holden Glen. It is a separate matter and one that might still need to be investigated. It had nothing to do with the crimes that were committed.
Amelia's face to the floor. I mean, Lyra's face is to the floor. She's not looking at Amelia.
Lyra jumps up and grabs Amelia and just BAM! Bounces her head off the.
Oh, we all had a chance. Now we've all done it. No, Lyra's. She can't look at Amelia. Her face is to the floor.
Amelia is immediately going to crouch to near eye level. Lyra. And she will say her name again to until Lyra looks at her or will reach out to grab even if it's sparking hand.
Now she'll look up. Just say again.
That wasn't what was needed then. I promise you, if it... Don't take that the way I know you're taking it. Please. It wasn't the right time for that, and it wouldn't have changed any of what had already happened.
Informed decisions change everything, Amelia.
And I wasn't going to make a decision based on something I wasn't sure was even happening.
Her face steels. Okay.
And Amelia's gonna squeeze her hand for a moment before straightening again. And I'm imagining all of the joints do the crackling as she stands because of body still in repair. Okay. The evidence, she's going to turn back to the two priestesses. The evidence from Holden Glen that was kept in the temple records, is that typical?
I'm sorry, say that one more time. The evidence that was kept in the...
Yeah, the evidence from Holden Glen was kept with the temple records. Is that typical?
It is. Now, there were probably copies sent to Mount Celestia to be archived, of course, but...
I'm not certain, but Brother Mail was very concerned with making sure that the proper procedures were followed to the letter. So I believe that was probably done. If I hadn't carried out the sentence then, what would have happened?
Rosebloom looks down at you. I'm not entirely sure. That's not my congregation. I don't have authority to look over those writs. But again, Amelia, we charged you. We told you that as an initiate of the Order of the Silver Star at that time, you had full investigatory rights to look into anything you needed to within that temple, within this temple, within any temple on Mount Celestia, or anywhere else on the Prime Material, or any plane of existence. You just needed to invoke that right, and you could have investigated.
The evidence had been gathered, and an investigation had been completed, and there was a full confession. I don't know what more investigation there was that could have been done.
No,
But
we're talking about two different things. You are talking about your father. That investigation was completed. You had the right to put that on pause so that you could investigate. And she kind of looks around. Mail. You could have paused the entire thing. You told us about your suspicions. We vested you with the ability to investigate him and his church before that judgment was passed.
that what would that have what would that have done in that moment besides make... that wouldn't have changed the crimes that were committed?
It wouldn't have but it may have staved his judgment long enough to receive a fair trial, if there was one to be had, and if there was not, so be it.
He confessed
I can't see him.
to the crimes, and for those crimes, the sentence is death.
I can't
That
tell if I got him or not.
No! Rosebloom reaches into one of her pouches and she pulls a small ledger out and she flips through it. She kind of reads through a few things and she goes, "The punishment was never death. It was exile, Amelia."
no, that's. But I
No.
read.
There's always a path for redemption.
I got him.
I asked about, and
I
they said,
somehow got him.
he said, and she just kind of stammers a little bit, not really forming coherent words.
Who said?
Brother Mel and the letter, and
She'll feel a gnomish hand on her arm.
And Alara approaches you at this point too and she kind of reaches around your shoulders. Kind of pulls you in, allowing Lyra to,
She would let. It's gonna do her more good to get a hug. Amelia, you listened. You learned. Now is time to process, and then we act.
he
So he doesn't eat
that-
it open.
judgment that came from the high church.
You hear Alara whisper, "Did it? It was your investigatory right to look into it, and I'm sorry you missed it. But there are ways, Amelia, to right this wrong, and we will see justice done, I promise you."
Relic recycler. Yeah.
I am no longer an initiate in the Order of the Silver Stars. But I would ask that you call for a formal investigation from the Inquisitors on Mount Celestia. If you are able and willing to send word and do so.
Of course. She kind of pats you, holds you back. You see Rosebloom writing something in her ledger. "Of course, this will have a small cost, and we will need to take that in order to summon the Inquisition, but we will do it today. And 5 weeks from now, they will arrive in Holden Glen to the day. I can guarantee it. They're very orderly."
Lyra, I am sorry. I know I gave you
Lyra's already grabbing the pouch.
the coin from our
How much does
estate.
it cost?
We are going to pause right about there because I don't have. You guys vacated that option a long time ago, so I need to dig back through a shit.
250.
250 gold?
Oh, I have my notes. I have so many notes.
Is that really all it was? And you guys didn't spit.
It was either 200 or 250, but when
Okay.
I went back to ask the party, Lyra had just found out that she needed to repay the debt, so I was not about to go, hey, I need a bunch of coin.
It's fine. It's just another tick on the list of people I've killed. So 250 gold.
Yeah, you killed my dad.
We will hold there just momentarily, though. We'll pause there where Lyra is asking, and I'm going to take a note on it, where she's asking how much money so that I can get the exact number from my notes, whether it be 200 or 250, because I'm sure it will be fine. But we will pick up here next week on Sunday to complete. I know there's a lot. This was a lot. This is a lot. I asked Candace, I said, "Are you guys planning on going to this fucking church?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Woo, we're in for a ride tonight."
I should have stayed with Dench.
You should have stayed with
Oh, and
Making explosives.
there were so many parts of that where I was like, nope, Amelia takes things at face value. Like, this is who she is. She doesn't, even someone who she thinks is a slimy scumbag, like, they're honest still, right? People are just honest. No one lies.
Well, Lyra also just found out that Dench and Payne were not down there with her and stayed at the church instead of coming back to the Temple of Temetnu. So you guys are in for a talking to.
Oh, Payne was not in the mood to talk to anybody when Amelia came back and hadn't done anything but killed her father without involving them.
Actually,
He was not thrilled.
that's the only reason it didn't come back up.
So I had a couple of super shitty rolls during that, like, the whole sentence thing too. I had like 2 or 3 nat 1s and 2s. And I'm like, well, Amelia can't push more. The dice, so saith the dice.
Yep. Nice head. Looks like I'm taking it.
And it was oh boy, okay, this is awful. Okay, sure.
All right.
Okay, so off topic, but I hate how long it took me to realize what Xavier said.
What's that?
The nice head, I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah.
Way too long.
All right, guys, we will go ahead then and finish here for tonight. We will jump back into it next week on Sunday for session number 45 of this campaign. If you need anything from me throughout the week, please let me know. I still have some leftover notes from this week that you guys are intending to do post this kind of scene thing. I will get you the cost on that. We can plan essentially for the Inquisition if that's what we want to move forward with. I will let you know that throughout the week so that you can plan. And then, yeah, we'll just jump back into it. Go ahead.
If we want to brevity this, Lyra would send a message to Dench before she actually pulls the money out. I don't know if you want to do it at the beginning of next session or not, but she would ask him if he's okay with it first.
Oh, like ascending?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can handle... Let me figure out what the actual cost is, because it is somewhere in my notes. I just did not have the document pulled up, and we were already past time. So I will get that to you. You guys can decide how you want to do that. If it is a matter of sending, then we'll sake a brevity. That's no problem at all. With that being said, though, if anybody individually needs anything from me throughout the week, please let me know. If not, we'll see you guys next Sunday.
I need my dad back.
I know. Maybe we can make it happen. Also, Lucy, happy birthday again. Have a great birthday. Technically you are going, it is the night of your birthday. So hopefully when you get some rest and wake up tomorrow, you don't have to do a bunch of crazy shit. But let me tell you something, son. The older you get, the worse birthdays get. So hopefully this isn't one of those worst birthdays. Hopefully you have a great one. Yeah, you are. Of course. Oh, I mean, in comparison.
He's our 4th kid. He's still young. Happy birthday, son.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. My birthday plan is literally just do as little as possible, eat ice cream cake, and then go to a restaurant later.
Yeah, 100%. Do absolutely nothing but indulge and enjoy yourself. And we'll see you guys next week on Sunday. Thank you.
Have a good week, guys.
Honestly, D&D was a great birthday gift. I loved it.
Oh, that makes me happy. Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you later.
Good night.
All right. Well, that was a session. Okay, we're ending, but I know you can hear me. Let's find someone to raid. Maybe. Holy shit, there is literally nobody on. Okay, guys, well, we're gonna go ahead. I mean, like, literally, I had Yogcast, and that was it. It's been weird. I don't know what's going on. People are just kind of like gearing away from Twitch. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see you guys next week. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Yeah, things are gonna get weird. well, I mean, things got weird. This was a great session. This was a great RP session. I know that these guys have like 4 or 5 more things to do in town as far as like purchasing and sake of brevitying and preparing and now conversations because quite frankly, Amelia just got called the fuck out. Like we vested in you all of this authority. Why didn't you do this thing? And she was like, right. But really? Because she could have done the investigation herself for free, so she doesn't have an excuse. Anyways, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.